of Pex Pals. I am your host, the worldwide annoyance, JoelCupcake, streamer, a lot of things that don't matter to this show. What is up? What's going on? We have a very phenomenal, exciting episode today with my lovely co-host, the fire in my loins, the firebender of my tribe, the Max to my Tex.
No, dude.
Mr. CowVan Man.
You did not just say the mechs to my text, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that hurts my soul, dude. Oh, that hurts me.
I mean, best part about that is I hate that type of food.
Oh my god.
Like, what's the place that's like always known for being Tex-Mex? Chevy's. Disgusting.
I've never even heard of it.
Well, that's probably.
I'm a California boy, dude. If it's not California, it doesn't exist to me. You know what I mean? Like everyone talks about Buc-ee's or what's the other?
Whoa.
Boosie's?
Don't insult the buck, dude.
Oh, Boosie's? Okay. Boosie's.
Listen. It might be fuck Dan on this show, but him and I at least respect the buck mutually and equally. Okay. All right.
Anyways, welcome. Season 2, episode 7 of Pex Pals, the only Apex Legends podcast for the mediocre gamer. My name is CowVan. My co-host here name is JoelCupcake. You can reach us and talk to us and interact with us on all the social media accounts at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at Pex Pals Podcast. So go and do that. Go check us out. Follow us on there. We're very active on Instagram because Joel runs that account, and he's better than me at this stuff. So,
hey, that's like the only thing I'm better than you at.
So
you know what, Calvin? We're a podcast about Apex Legends.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you want to know what I think is hilarious to me?
What's that?
I think it is hilarious to me how much the other BRs have to try to keep up with Apex.
I agree.
Now, I'm not going to dig on PUBG. They stay in their lane.
Yeah.
They have great competitive series and teams. They stay in their lane.
Yeah.
They don't dig in.
They don't do anything really.
But you know what? Like okay, like I'm scrolling through the interwebs when I got off work today, and what the fuck, dude?
What?
Snoop Dogg is now a playable operator in Call of Duty.
Wait, are you serious? Is that a thing?
Have you fallen that hard that you shell out like the fucking $500,000 like look-alike royalty privileges, whatever the fucking goddamn
is that really a thing?
I'm not lying to you.
Oh my god.
Snoop Dogg is a playable operator in Call of Duty now.
And
Snoop Dogg is a co-owner of FaZe Clan, which means Call of Duty paid both FaZe and Snoop Dogg money to do that.
Oh my god, dude.
So they're that desperate.
That kills me, dude.
On the note of also being desperate, Fortnite, they do this weird thing with seasons, right?
Yeah, they do.
So we're in season 3 now, and there's been The Rock is in Fortnite. Okay. And he's the bad guy. His character has invaded and it's hurt the framework or whatever. I know nothing about Fortnite. Long story short, they have a 9-day long campaign of they took out the building aspect.
That's insane.
And if that is not directly targeted to try to get gamers over from Apex Legends,
absolutely, dude.
Do not know what else is.
I'm bad at Fortnite, and like I don't like Fortnite because I'm not good at it. I'm willing to admit that I'm not good at it. I'm terrible at building. I cannot do it. I just don't understand. Right? I don't get it. But I can shoot. I can definitely shoot in the game, and I can do well at the very beginning when everyone is just shooting. But when it comes to the end and people are just building, I'm done. I can't do it.
Dude. So I played that game when it first came out.
Yeah.
And when it was like you built stuff because you were defending against zombies with your friends.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Before they even did the VR
Save the World. The Save the World mode.
Yeah, the Save the World mode. Ender and Waffle, we played that shit a bunch. We loved it.
Yeah, me and my friends played it too. Yeah.
It was just mindless nonsense.
Yeah.
And then really they added the BR thing. It was weird because I didn't even try the BR on that. I actually played PUBG first. That was my first BR.
Same.
I never played the Blackout, whatever it was on Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4 or
was that free?
It was Black Ops 4.
Yeah. Like the mode was cool, but I didn't enjoy it. I actually played a ton of PUBG at first.
Yeah, and then H1Z1, I didn't play that either.
Yeah,
but anyway, fuck all those other.
Anyways, we're here now.
Games.
Calvin.
No. Shut up, Joe. What's your weapon of the week?
I was just gonna ask how your week was.
Fuck my week. I want to know what your weapon of the week is.
My weapon of the week is the motherfucking car SMG. This was real tough. This was real tough. It was like between the car, the Eva 8. Yeah, basically between those.
Okay. Nice long pause. I love that.
Yeah. Well, I had to like comb my brain for a second because you interrupted my flow.
Shut the fuck up, Joel. Just tell me.
Anyways, it was the car. It's the car, man. Like I've been running a lot of either like the charge rifle or I'm still hung up on the 30-30. I'm still using it consistently.
Solid.
And so 30-30 doesn't take up that much ammo, so it pairs solidly with the car. You know what I mean? Same with like I also sometimes I've been trying to avoid doing it because I don't know. I stopped using the Rampage for like a week, and now suddenly I can't use that gun at all magically.
Yeah, same.
But it's just a good pairing, you know. And I've been sometimes when I'm in pubs, I've been trying to dick around and get a little bit better with the wingman. So like running wingman car to help finish fights has been fun. You know?
Okay,
so,
I like that.
But the car. Not even with the 2 times, man. Like that gun, I don't think I'm gonna go on record here, and there's not a stronger weapon with the digi threat than the car. I think.
Oh, I don't know, man. The car digi threat is great. The 45 digi threat is great.
We're not talking about. No, we're not talking about how in fucking embarrassing I am with that gun right now.
The 45.
You forgot about that, dude. With the hammies on, like the recoil pattern is different, and I cannot get a thing done with that weapon right now.
Exact same, bro. It's like the 6. Anyways, 99 digi threat's great. Volt digi threat's great. Like, bro, you're tripping, dude.
No, dude, Volt 2 times for me. You know what I mean?
Volt 2 times for sure, but Volt digi threat rips, dude.
It does. It does. I mean, the only thing to me that feels as good as the car is the alternator with the digi threat. Like that's it.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but what about you, Calvin? What is your weapon of the week?
I'm gonna be a major disappointment because
to me or our listeners,
to everybody, I haven't played Apex in like a week. I've been playing Elden Ring. I'm sorry. If you're listening to this and you haven't played Elden Ring yet, good for you because it's taking up all my time. Like it's taking up all my time. So my weapon of the week right now is the Nagakiba sword in Elden Ring, bro.
I hate you. I hate you. God, fucking damn it,
dude, bro. Do you
hold on. You know what? I'm gonna peel the curtain back for a second. Hold on. Dude, hold on. Just hold on. Oh fuck. Sorry, everybody. I don't know. Oh my god. For those of you that aren't watching the video version of the show, you'll never understand what I just did, but. I basically took over and Calvin is fucking out after that last comment.
Listen, dude. Listen. I'm telling you, man. It's a great game. I'm a huge Dark Souls fan. It's been taking up my time.
You know, I can't talk any hate. I've been spending a lot of time playing Guardians of the Galaxy this week.
Oh yeah, you said that was good. Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you that play on Xbox or have Game Pass on your PC, that's the free game right now.
Oh yeah.
Very worth checking out. Insane reviews. EDOS Montreal is probably hands down the best of the EDOS studios, I would say. For the most part, like I think they've hit like 3 home runs in a row now. Well, except it. I think are they involved in Avengers? I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, so I don't have a weapon of the week. But to say something, to say anything, I when I was playing like a week ago. I was trying to use one ammo type, and that was like either like all light or all heavy. And I even tried all energy. But like
that's my personal favorite.
Yeah, but that's harder just because energy ammo is so hard to come by. It is. For me at least. But yeah, so I was trying to do all light or all heavy, and the way that I would do that is I would do are you all right?
Yeah, I'm great.
Oh shit!
It's got some dust in my eye.
You're in pain. Try to use the wingy.
Well, yeah, your voice is pretty painful.
Wow, dude. Wow, Joel says that my singing voice is one of his favorite singing voices he's ever heard. And then he goes and says that. Are you
singing right now?
And then he goes and says that.
Are you singing right now?
Anyway,
are you singing right now?
Anyway,
are you singing right now?
We have a lot to talk about this episode. Just regular mediocre gamer shit. First off, I guess there's a lot of rumors going around especially with the crypto heirloom. Joel, have you heard anything about or seen anything different about crypto's heirloom?
There was like more animations leaked today. There's actually a huge data leak literally at like 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to talk about half the stuff because it's like literally the next like 9 legends. Like it's stuff that like I don't want it to be true just because of how insane some of the abilities are and
right,
how like we always talk about how Horizon is like shouldn't be in the game. Like just her physics and the way she's played, it goes against. She's not a team character.
right.
Like Horizon kind of broke the game. So there's a bunch of legends, a bunch of stuff. Anyways, in that mix of stuff is the crypto heirlooms animations.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, I'm actually even more pleasantly surprised. They're basically making it a lightsaber.
Yeah,
Like when you do the, like if you're Caustic and you sit there, he looks at the hammer. Sometimes the spider pops out. Sometimes he drinks the coffee. Mirage twirls it around, talks to himself. Sometimes pulls out a pork chop.
mm-hmm.
Everybody has different. Crypto's the drone starts flying around and he like fist bumps it and then it backs up and he shoots holograms out and Crypto slices them with the sword.
That's dope.
Literally like exactly like the Jedi scene in the Falcon.
Right.
Like, which I loved. The way he runs, he runs with the sword. I don't know. You might know what the style's called because you play samurai games. When you run with the sword above your head and forward.
Oh yeah. But that's cool as fuck.
That's how he runs with it out.
That's dope.
So you still see it on your screen. Yeah. So, but I mean, it looks great. I'm definitely getting it.
I'm stoked about it.
I don't care.
And
but yeah, so
speaking
supposedly.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so supposedly it's coming this second split very soon.
Dope.
There's a lot of supposeds on the note of what you asked me about. Supposedly somewhere between somewhere around the 5th of March is when we're getting the
April.
Sorry, the 5th of April. Yes. Between the 29th of March and the 5th of April is when we're getting the next gen update for the consoles.
Nice.
But this is what, like the 4th episode in a row I've been saying that's coming.
Yeah, that's true.
So supposedly that's coming, and then Crypto's Heirloom's coming. We're getting the Warrior Collection event. We're getting Control's supposed to be back for one of the 2 splits, and supposedly now the rumor is we're actually getting the return of the duos LTM, where you can get like the duos badges, or they're bringing solos back for the other half of the split for the collection event. Don't know if that's confirmed. I only trust one data miner, and they haven't posted about it yet. So, but on the note of crypto, I think you were about to ask me a question.
I was about to say, yeah. Speaking of crypto, you've been playing crypto a lot recently, haven't you?
Well, if you guys, if you follow us on any of the social medias, you've seen our new art. You can see it here at the bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Down here.
Yeah.
I have a new main, and it is crypto.
I love
and all
that.
the way over on the alternate side of the screen, Calvin, maybe you can demonstrate.
Is right here.
Yeah, Calvin's been maining Mirage.
Yeah.
And ironically, our 2 characters got matching costumes.
Hype beast.
So I love
it.
But anyways, dude, so I've been playing crypto and I have been getting in multiple games where I get a lot of hate, especially because like I'm still I took a couple weeks. I took 2 weeks off from ranked and I jumped back in.
But
and in diamond lobbies.
People hate crypto.
They do.
People hate crypto.
Look, I get less shit talked to me when I choose Rampart.
Right. No, yeah, it's weird, man. Like you play crypto.
Let's just let that sink in for a second.
Honestly, like when I play crypto or when I play Mirage, people don't like it at all. Like I remember one time I picked Mirage, someone was like Mirage and Diamond Lobby, and he was the first one to die. You're like you know what I mean? Like of course. But yeah, like it's so funny to me how like people have a strong opinion about the character that you are picking.
Oh God, yeah.
So
yeah. So I have been playing crypto a bunch. That was actually, one of the things I wanted to bring up this episode is a lot of people don't understand the buffs, or a lot of people don't understand the character in general. Everyone's just assuming a crypto is always in his drone, therefore he's unable to help the team.
Right.
Okay. First and foremost, if both of you die and the crypto is the only one left alive, he can use his his drone to get your banners.
That's true.
He scans the beacon, so he doesn't have to stand there and do the whole 6-second animation.
Mm-hmm.
He also is an instant revive once he has your banners on the revive machines or pods or dropships, whatever you want to call them. That alone is huge. The other thing people aren't realizing is a lot of the other shit that you people complain about in this game, such as my previous main Caustic being nerfed into oblivion and back and forth and always changed. Crypto counters everything you guys complain about in the game.
Don't say you guys. Don't badmouth our listeners.
Well, not our listeners, but like the people that hopefully see this and
The Reddit
realize they're the
people.
problem.
The Reddit people.
And the pros.
Yeah, the pros. It's mostly the pros, dude. To be honest, it's mostly the pros.
So the usefulness of Crypto's EM. I'm going to specifically talk about his EMP.
Okay.
We'll get to the drone later. His EMP, which is his ultimate, which when you're in the drone, all you do is hit right trigger to cast it, or you can leave the drone stationary or shoot it out now. As that we already talked about that in the last episode. And you hit the regular ultimate button and it sets off the EMP. It takes half of everyone's shields away. That's what it does. Okay.
So it takes 50 shields.
Oh, it's just 50. Oh, that's right.
Not half.
They keep
it takes
changing
50.
That. They keep
50,
changing
so,
that.
So if you have white armor, it takes your shield completely off.
Yeah. So it does also affect you and your teammates, which I think is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to that later. But it will cancel a Gibby bubble. It will get rid of all caustic traps, activated or not.
Mm-hmm.
It will get rid of a Wattson pylon.
Yep.
It will get rid of Wattson fences.
Yep.
It gets rid of rampart walls.
Yeah.
It shuts down horizon ultimates.
Mm-hmm.
It basically clears everything, and
it destroys other crypto drones.
Other crypto drones, and I think I have to go double check the clip, Calvin. I think there was a secret like buff to it that they didn't talk about, where I set it off when a bang threw her ult at me, and I think it cleared the rockets in the radius of the EMP.
We're gonna have to test that.
I have a clip that I'll show you where like I shouldn't have been able to escape.
Yeah,
her thing, but then I EMP'd in the middle of it. So I mean,
yeah,
maybe I just ran farther than I thought. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? But so I mean, especially if you're playing ranked, every team has a Gibby right now. Every team.
For sure.
We're seeing an uptick in Wattsons, which is very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So crypto is the EMP has a plethora of uses that you don't understand.
Well, yeah,
everything I just listed. Plus, you have scans. Plus, Bloodhound can only scan every 18 seconds, 20 seconds. Calvin, what is it? Something like that. Seer has the heartbeat. It's in a cone. It's small, directional, but even then, he can't activate it all the time.
Yeah.
The crypto drone, if you throw it out in a battle and you put it at the right angle. I always, when I'm behind cover, I always throw it like at a 45-degree angle because if they're on the same plane as you looking at you, they're not going to turn to shoot up at the drone. It'll just sit there and scan over and over and over. You have free unlimited data on the enemy team. So
absolutely.
He's so incredibly useful right now.
And that's how it is with every single game that you're able to select different types of characters. No one plays a character that isn't meta. No one plays a character that isn't meta. And people are actually surprised at how viable some characters are. Like Mirage, for example. Mirage isn't meta, but like Mirage is a really good distraction for your team. And if you're good with them, you can really help your team out. Just with make a nice escape. I'm trying to think of like other games. But like there's a lot of characters that aren't meta.
Well, Overwatch is a perfect example. I play Torb and Winston.
Yeah,
in that game, and everybody hates both those characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I get, of course you choose that guy. And then we go through the game and I get the message, you're like a god Winston, or you're a god Torb. And it's like, dude, every character is good if you know how to play them and if you have the right team comp.
If you have the right team comp, right? And yeah, exactly. And so Apex Legends is no different. The characters help each other out. They're beneficial for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're good at your character, you can have good synergy with the team despite who's on it.
Well, and dude, like Crypto, the EMP pairings are incredible. I mean, like I've been running with the same group of people for the most part all week, and we run Gibby, Crypto, and Mirage.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't know how I had the huge brain fart. He's staring right here at me on the screen with your beautiful face attached to him.
It's Waffle. I knew you're playing with Waffle, so I knew it was Mirage.
Yeah, exactly. So, after you EMP, you're just the enemy team's disoriented. Boom, you have your Mirage do his ult. They don't know who they're shooting at. Yeah, they can't see for the first 2 seconds.
That's true.
Also, you catch people out in the open, with the EMP, they're stunned and slowed and missing shields. You drop a Gibby ult on them at the same time.
Oh yeah,
I mean, dude, I have a clip I think I sent you, Cal, where it ended, out in the open on Storm Point, like at that building at the Grav Canyon above Storm Chaser or Stormcatcher.
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
the team's just up there waiting. And I literally bring a drone straight from above so they can't see where the drone is. I drone them at the same time our buddy Colton throws his ult. And we just, boom. Like, we literally don't shoot. All I do is put oppressive fire with my beak. And Colton hits like 2 triple take shots. And we wipe the whole team with his ult.
Oh, yeah.
With a Gibby ult. Like, it's the pairing. And that's just with those 2 characters. Like, it works with Bang. Like, he works better than a lot of people realize. Like, I mean, what was it? Season 4? What is it? Crypto, Rev, Octane was legit terrifying.
Oh, wait. Crypto.
Was that 4 or 6?
No, that was like 2 seasons ago.
I don't think it was 2. I think it was like 4 seasons.
No, it was like 2 or 3 seasons ago. Yeah.
Yeah, before they nerfed the Rev totem or changed it. I shouldn't say nerfed.
No,
before they changed.
No. They nerfed it and then they buffed it.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and so Reptane, the Reptane build.
Yeah,
that was some bullshit.
I hated fighting that. I was like, as soon as I heard the crypto EMP and the Octane jump pad, I would just turn the game off.
You're like fuck. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, but dude, I've been having a blast. Anybody that likes the Recon characters, anybody that's wanting to try something different. Also, keep in mind, I talked about last episode, like if you're running through a space, like for example, a lot of fights go down in Terminal now on Olympus, where it's very easy to get third-partied. You can turn around and stick the drone to something behind you, and it serves as like a webcam and scans behind you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you don't have to go into the drone and turn it around. You just throw it at a wall.
Yeah.
And it'll
yeah.
For you. So,
it's awesome.
It's just so incredibly useful. Like, actually, Cal, one of the things I wanted to talk about is like on the note of ranked. I have been having the best ranked games I've ever had currently on Diamond lobbies, like period. Like I've had better games in these lobbies than I even do in Gold lobbies. Okay. Yeah. With crypto, and every single time I am with another Recon character and then a healer or a movement character. Like the best probably ranked game I think I've ever had was like, I think it was like without, a teammate like you or Waffle or Dan or somebody.
Yeah.
The best solo rank game I've ever had was me, a Seer, and a Pathfinder. The entire match, the Pathfinder's talking shit about having 2 Recon characters. But like, let me tell you, every time someone blew up my drone, this Seer threw his ult out. Yeah. And we won every fight because of that. Yeah. Because by the time his ult goes away, my drone's back.
The drone's back.
We didn't lose. Like, I mean, dude, it was just insane,
Yeah,
and I think can be said of playing it slow. You protect the crypto while he's in his drone, and then you use like a Mirage or a Lifeline for the reses. You have all the data, so you know when you can safely res.
Yeah, you bring up a good point too, because I think one of the like turning points of becoming from a mediocre gamer to like a better mediocre gamer is awareness, right? The reason why vision characters exist is because it's just hard in general to keep track of where everybody is at all the time, right?
True.
Because not only do you have the enemies shooting at you and them running around, guns going off and bombs and stuff like that, you also have your teammates running around you, yelling shit in your ears like, "You suck, Calvin, stop playing Apex, I hate you." And that's
me just flopping my gums too much.
For example, the things that I hear on a day-to-day basis. But you have your teammates, you have your friends yelling in your ear, you have your teammates yelling in your ear in the game. They're shooting guns, they're running around. There's a lot of stuff going on. You're watching your ammo, you're watching your health. You know what I mean? Like you're watching how much damage you're doing to everybody else. And it's just hard to keep track of everything. And so having that's the reason why vision characters exist, so that it takes one little thing off your plate.
And let's not even talk about the audio issues in the game. The vision also helps with that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And so having vision characters in the game like really makes it easier for the player just in general. And so you bring up a good point. Having 2 vision characters like who are able to work in tandem and able to pick up when the other one has to back up. It's like Overwatch. You have 2 shield characters one puts up their shield, the shield goes away, you throw up the other shield, let the other one get their shield back, bam, 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 back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, no, it's a really good point. It's a really good mention of how useful or the reason why vision characters even exist. Yeah.
No, it's exactly what you said. And I mean, honestly, if you think about it, the meta, Calvin, you know, God forbid we bring that up, is Bloodhound, Bloodhound, Gibby, Valkyrie. Because when you're in the sky, Valkyrie scans. When you're on the ground,
Bloodhound scans.
Bloodhound scans. I don't know why
exactly.
I almost Revenant again. It's like the third time this episode. My fucking something's off. But anyways, so it's the same. It's the same general principle. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. No, it's exactly the same general principle. Yeah.
But also, I'm still gaining points in ranked. I'm playing crypto, which everyone, all my randos complain about. Have fun. Play the character you're good at.
Exactly. Not even that you're good at, just the characters you want to have fun with.
That's who. Yeah.
Fuck it. So Joel, have a question for you, and this is we're switching subjects here. I have a question for you, and you and I are both lovers of at least one of these guns. But one gun is the tried and true fan favorite. So, how do you feel about the R-301 compared to the alternator?
Oh man, well, damn it! This is turning into the PK Mastiff situation all over again.
It kind of is. So let me.
But you know what? That was fun. No. Yeah. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Well, first off, I think the R-301 being a fan favorite is an unfair comparison because there was a lull in them knowing what to do with the care package. And I don't think anything other than the Peacekeeper was in the care package longer than the alternator.
The alternator wasn't that long.
Wasn't it for 2 seasons?
Yeah, but the PK was in for a couple of seasons, bro.
I'm saying other than the PK, though. Like the alternator was in the longest.
The Devo was in there for a really long time, too.
Oh, that was back when I didn't pay attention to that.
And the Mastiff was in there for a long time.
Well, the Mastiff deserved to be in there for a long time.
And now the Spitfire's been in there for quite a bit now.
Well, yeah, which I don't think that's going to change. But anyways, yeah, so I think Apex has grown exponentially the last couple months, more so than it ever has, I would say. I think you would agree with me. And so I think there's a lot of people that just don't know the alternator. Personally, for me, though, I'm having a lot of games, and I know Waffle will probably agree with me here, where if we already have an alternator, we're not going to drop it for an R3.
Oh.
Now, what do I think is better? That's tough, man. I mean, like, the R3, the only gun that outperforms the R3, in my opinion, is the Flatline. Like, if there's one gun that's synonymous with this game, it's the Flatline.
Okay.
You know? Even though more people use the R3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Personally, for me, the R3 and the Volt both don't do the hip fire I would like. I don't hit my shots as well. With the alternator, I do not have that problem.
Right.
So that's why I choose the alternator, because in the event that I don't reload my gun, as we talked about last episode, my secondary, or whatever, I'm way more comfortable hip firing the alternator. Okay. I don't know if it's the slower fire and the bullet correction, as you and I have addressed multiple episodes. I don't know what it is. Obviously, the R3 is king at range. But,
for sure.
If you get the drop on someone first, or you have a problem controlling your recoil a little bit, or whatever, also, personally for me, and I know you're going to just tell me to go F myself here. Like, I hate the iron sights on the R3. I can't use them for some reason.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But the iron sights on the alternator, I love. And also, if you use the right skin, some of the guns have like the bullet or like the ammo indicator, like on the top of the weapon. The alternator, it's on the side. So it's a little dot and 2 lines, and the lines shrink as you use more of the ammo. So you have everything's right there. You don't have to like flitter your eyesight. I mean, I got a monitor now that I game on, so that's kind of a moot point. But for those of you that play on like a huge TV still in your living room or whatever, Kyle, I'm looking at you. Like it's nice. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the alternator, but that's also because that's always been my baby. Okay. I used to hate on the R3 when we started the show. I hated on the R3.
You did. You really did.
And now I got nothing to say. Like,
so I agree with what you're saying. And you make solid points. The alternator, it's a submachine gun, so you would think it'd perform better hip fire, close range. And the R3 doesn't really compare to that, but the R301 is also fairly decent close range too.
Oh yeah.
But the point that I'm gonna make right here, and just to say it first off, though, as honestly I already think that the R301 is the better weapon than the alternator. But the point that I'm gonna make
Go on.
is that when they put the alternator into the care package, they put a hop up on it to make it better, right?
Well, there's a natural buff when a gun goes in a care package.
Now there's a natural buff, but they put a hop up on it. They put the disruptor rounds.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so what you call it? There's never been a hop up for the R301. There's never been a hop for the R301.
Correct.
And if anything,
there's been very few changes to that gun, period, I think.
Yeah, very incredibly little, because it's the GOAT gun. It's the best gun in the game. People like the flatline because the flatline hits harder, and so therefore less rounds or whatever, the hell. But I mean,
the flatline's a better hip fire weapon too.
Same. But in any case, what the point that I'm making is that the R301 is the reason why it's been barely changed, because it's like the best gun in the game. It's the most versatile. It's the most reliable. Like, people don't use the flatline because the flatline has a weird recoil. And if you're not paying attention, it's just going all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? If you're a mediocre gamer, it's just going all over the fucking place.
Good point.
And so the R301, like the alternator is great, but like as soon as you leave that close range, you're done. You're donesies. You could shoot the R301 close range just as good as you can with the alternator. They do about the same damage too. I think the R301 does a little bit more, like maybe like 2 points more damage. They do literally the same.
I think the alternator hits a little harder but fires slower. I think it's that traditional trade-off.
Yeah. But the alternator is an SMG, and SMGs as a whole do a little bit less than the assault rifles.
True.
So I mean, it's the GOAT gun, dude. It's the GOAT gun. It's the GOAT gun. So what are your thoughts, everyone listening? Do you think the alternator is better than the R301? Do you think the R301 is the GOAT gun? Let us know. Hit us up on all our social media accounts at PEXPOS Podcast. Also email us at PEXPOSPodcast@gmail.com. You can email me like, CowVan, I agree with you. I don't know what the fuck Joel's talking about. Exactly. I love you, CowVan. Here's a box of chocolates or something. I don't know. Whatever you want to write.
I'll also put a post on the Instagram in a couple days after the episode's been out a little bit. Leave your vote in the comment there, and I'll also put a poll in the stories as well. So please chime in, interact with the page. Helps us, helps you. We love interacting with you guys that listen to the show, guys and gals and people.
Yes, and people. Speaking of hop ups, speaking of hop ups, Joel, I want to ask you a question.
I wanna. Yes, I'll die on your arms tonight, Calvin.
Yes, dude. So speaking of hop ups, they have disruptor rounds, and they use them. They reserved them for specifically the alternator, and they put them in the care package, and they got rid of them. The R301 used to have anvil receiver rounds, and so did the flatline.
So did the wingman, right?
No, wingman and the longbow had skull piercer round.
That's what it was.
And there's a lot of hop ups that have been coming in and leaving and going and shit no one uses, like kinetic feeder. Like, what the fuck is that? But Joel, you've been using Shatter Caps a lot, and you've been singing its praises lately. Like,
I will say, I'm going to go on record and say the Shatter Caps is top 3 hop ups in all 3 years of this game.
That's all 3 years.
Yes.
That's a bold statement, my friend.
Like, because I would also put the skull piercer and whatever the other headshot damage one was for the other
the disruptor rounds.
No, what was the
anvil receiver?
So the skull piercer and the anvil are both one, because in my opinion they're basically the same thing.
They weren't though.
But so it would be those two and hammer points.
Old hammer points.
I prefer old hammer points to disruptors.
Yeah.
If we had to do based off new hammer points, then I would say disruptor rounds would be second, and then Shatter Caps would be third. Listen, if you can hit your hip fire shots,
Mm-hmm.
you will win a fight with the Shatter Caps. It has a less spread than the PK,
Mm-hmm.
unless you use the choke, of course.
Sure.
It has a less spread than the PK. It has basically the same fire time as an EVA 8. You
Yeah,
have more clips of it if you have a purple or gold mag.
that's true.
You have 12 shots instead of what, the 6 in an EVA or the 8 in an EVA?
It's 8 in the EVA. The EVA.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, duh. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Maybe I should go uninstall after that comment.
You're a mediocre gamer.
That's true. That's true. And I'm definitely bad at math. So, but yeah, Shatter Caps top 3 hop up in the game.
Wow, dude.
It's nice because I don't have to worry about what my other gun is. My other gun is a, oh shit, I'm out of ammo or I got rushed gun. But with the Shatter Caps, I just zoom out of ADS, like, and you'd be surprised. Like, go into the firing range.
Oh, it rips, dude.
Like deck out your 30-30,
Mhm.
do one headshot with a charged headshot with a 30-30, and then you Shatter Cap them the rest of the time. Like, if you can be patient and hit your hip fire shots, you'll win the fight. I mean,
Yeah.
I almost won a 3v1 with Shatter Caps the other day.
Wow.
I downed 2 of the people with the Shatter Caps.
Mhm.
And then lost the fight to the third one because I couldn't switch my gun in time. But that's not the point.
Yeah.
And it's completely, and we were fighting red and purple armor teams,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think everyone uses the dual shell because of the reload, or
Mhm.
nobody uses the Shatter Caps because, excuse me, that was a weird burp or hiccup thing. Because so many people carry a shotgun still.
Yeah, they do.
But the Shatter Caps, like, I think a lot of people, they changed the gun so that you don't need it. It's like, you put it on and it's automatically the hip fire option for the gun now.
Yes.
They did that for a reason. They wouldn't force you to use it if it wasn't worth using.
True. No, I agree. I think Shatter Caps are slept on, like greatly slept on, because only 2 weapons use them, the bow and the 30-30, and no one uses either of those weapons. And so and it's like kind of like what we were talking about.
The bow though. Fuck the bow though. I'm
the
sorry.
bow's great, dude. The bow's great.
I knew you were gonna say that and smile at me like that.
Like it's like we were talking about earlier, right? We're talking about crypto. We're talking about Mirage. We're talking about slept on characters, slept on guns. Or it's the same principle.
Yeah.
The 30-30 is an actually incredibly strong gun. It's like a long distance wingman for all intents and purposes.
It's like if the wingman on the longbow had a baby, basically.
Well, yeah, exactly. It does that crack like the wingman does. It takes a little bit longer to charge up to get that headshot damage that the wingman gets. But it's essentially like a long range wingman, and if you can really like we talked about it last episode, we can do a lot of damage to that gun. The Shatter Caps on it, like you said, they wouldn't put it on the gun if it didn't help the gun. And same thing with the bow. Shatter Caps are a great hop up. I think maybe I wouldn't say top 3 of all time. I wouldn't say top 3 of all time, because clearly one of the top 3 is the turbocharger, right? Because the turbocharger.
Oh, that's not on the list. That surmounts everything. That's
on the list. It's one of the top 3.
That's 0.
No.
That's 0.
No. It's one of the top 3 because it transforms 2 strong guns to even stronger guns, right? Let's see.
What would your top 3 be, Calvin?
My top 3. That's what I'm trying to think. So,
turbocharger,
turbocharger for sure. Absolutely, turbocharger is up in the top 3. Even though they nerfed them, hammer points for sure, because hammer points transforms 3 guns into like monsters. Like in arenas, arenas right now is dominated by hammer points.
It's just all RA45s.
RA45s, dude. RA45s. It's insane. And at an end game, RA45 and the P2020, just so you get more ammo for your R45. You know what I mean? Like, it's nuts. Hammer points, definitely one of the top pop-ups. And then I would say for third, I don't really know. I wouldn't say Shatter Caps. I'd probably say something along the lines of maybe Skull Piercer when it was around. Because Skull Piercer gave the wingman and gave the longbow mega headshot damage.
I expected you to say disruptor rounds, but
I never used them.
you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo.
Whatever. The hammer points are better. They are
Fair.
or even ammo receiver, because no one
Mhm.
uses the single fire on the R-301, but when the ammo receiver on, people did it all the time. You
Yep.
know, no one uses single fire on the flatline unless you have a fucking what are those called? Strike pack. Unless you have a fucking strike pack and you're an asshole. You know. But you know what I mean? And so like,
oh fuck, that was good. That was not where I expected you to go with that, so I'll fucking take it.
Ammo receiver on the flatline it did a lot of damage, and it was really good. Top contenders are also dual shell, because dual shell really makes the 30-30 viable. It also really helps out the Mastiff reload, and double tap. You forgot about double tap. The G7 Scout double tap fucking rips.
I mean, I used it, but I don't consider that a top.
Oh, dude! Oh my god, dude! It was so good. And on the Eva, the double tap on the Eva, you forgot about that. Like that was, bro, that was killer. Oh my god!
Yeah, it was great, but it's still not top 3 for me. But like it was. Do I miss it? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right now, actually, would be the best time to bring that back because of how far back they slid the Eva's power.
I'm telling you, man,
now,
like I don't want them to bring anything back. I don't want them to bring shit back. I want them to put all that shit into the disruptor. I don't want all this shit on the floor when I'm running around.
Disruptor? You mean the crafter?
Crafter. Fuck. The replicator.
Yes,
put all the stuff in the replicator.
He remembered, everybody. He remembered.
Put all the stuff in the replicator. Like, I'm tired of all this stuff on the floor. You know what I mean? Like,
fair,
get out of here.
Fair.
Anyway.
Fair. Well, you know what, Calvin? You know what? You said something earlier. You know what I mean? About the Shatter Caps being slept on.
Yes.
I want to ask you, Calvin, something.
Okay.
What I think personally the most slept on gold item in the game is the gold prowler.
Bro.
And I mean, I think we know why. The gun is not meta. Nobody uses it. You never see crazy. Well, okay, you rarely see crazy kill clips with the gold prowler. Man, I will never not pick that thing up.
It's so great.
Like, I don't know why it's the most slept on gold weapon.
I'll tell you why. It's because it doesn't go full auto. That's why.
Literally, I was interacting with one of our listeners on Instagram. I wish I would have written his name down, but that's what he said. He was like, the only reason I don't pick that thing up is because it doesn't go full auto anymore. Yeah.
I had a friend who we'd play with, and he would only use the prowler with the select fire, so to go full auto. He would literally skip other guns. He'd be like, I'm looking for a prowler. No,
like, dude, I was the same way. The first year one.
I'm like, there's people over there. They're coming at us. Pick up a gun. No, prowler. Need a prowler select fire. Bro, like, use another gun. Like, it's okay. But that's why people don't use it, is because it doesn't have select fire. But people are like, it shoots fast as fuck. Like, I don't think people realize that. Like, I'm not talking about the 5-round burst. I'm not talking about like, oh, it shoots 5 bullets. I'm talking about like, you pull the trigger. Like, it shoots fast. Like, you're ripping dudes like all the time.
I agree.
Yeah, no, it's a solid gun, and even as a ground loot, when it's not in gold time, like, even as a ground loot, you put a fucking 1x on that bitch, you're not missing anything, dude. You're not missing anything. It's literally the only gun where the recoil is just tapped down. You know what I mean? Like, tap down a little bit.
And there's still basically not, like, they said they changed the recoil pattern, but hip fire, the recoil is still non-existent.
Oh, it's non-existent, dude.
Like, even it's like literally non-existent. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. You just fucking pull back and rip. I mean, dude, honestly, if you play Caustic or Bang and you don't rip the prowler with the digi threat, like, what are you doing, dude?
I had a clip like a couple weeks ago where I was Mirage with the fucking, I think I had a gold prowler. I don't know, but I had a prowler, and I was shooting through Caustic's gas. I was shooting a Caustic through his gas with my golden prowler. Like, come on, man. Like, Use the Prowler, everybody. It'll make you happier, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what, Cal? Before we get out of here, I got 2 tips I want to drop for the listeners, because I always love our positive tip feedback that we get.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we'll do like a couple tips and then we'll go like 5 episodes with no tips, and it's just
absolutely,
you know, us cussing at each other.
Right.
And you looking very handsome. You know what I mean?
That's right. All the time.
We did some tips last episode, so I want to do some more tips this episode.
Let's do it.
So first and foremost, I'm really sorry if the person who put this on TikTok listens to the show and I'm not giving you credit. I apologize. I saw this on TikTok. I tried it and it's true. If you go into arenas for like the 20 people that still play that game mode, if you go into arenas or you have like, you know, battle pass stuff to do arenas, if you forget to buy a gun or you buy 2 weapons you don't want on accident,
okay.
And I didn't know this, Calvin, and I'm actually shook, but it works. If you go up to a bin before you open the bin, if you drop both guns, it'll give you a gun in the bin.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, the TikTok I saw, sorry,
tick, as the kids say, the tick.
The tick. I saw these fine young whippersnappers today. So.
On the tick.
On the tick. He looks at the bin.
Yeah.
He drops his RE45 and his P20, and he opens the bin, and there's an EVA 8.
Are you kidding me? I had no idea.
Dude, same.
Wow.
So that's for those of you that still love the arenas, huge tip.
That's a huge tip.
The other thing, there's a lot of snuff and a lot of hate towards the EVA 8 right now. Okay. I can understand it. It was nerfed. It was changed. It's still one of the best hip fire guns in the game. Also, for those of you, holy shit, the Sharks just won their game today. That's a first in a minute. Sorry, my notifications just like went off like crazy. Or like I hear like like it's linked to my phone, the notice. So like a big giant like the hockey goal horn just went off in my ear because the Sharks won. I apologize, everyone. But dude, if you play Caustic or Wattson, like the gas damage and disorientation and the slow from Wattson and also the shield, the 20 damage, like that makes up the differential. If you are in a tight spot and you are trying to rat with either of those characters, you should be using an EVA 8 to complement your close range damage, because especially if you're one of those sneaky Wattsons where you have like the multiple fences and you can set the room up so they'll actually hit more than one of them. Dude, all it takes is like 2 snaps from two pulls of an EVA and they're dead.
That's true.
Like it's I understand that it's not the optimal weapon in a lot of situations, such as like, I mean, I used to be able to snipe with that gun before this last nerf, but play the strengths of your character. If you're a close range character that has traps that, has the ability to slow or put distance between you and someone, still use that EVA. There's still hope for us EVA 8 lovers out there. Myself being one of them.
Right. Solid tips, man.
One of them.
Solid tips. I had no idea about the arenas thing. I mean, like,
dude, right? Dude, I literally I didn't even send you the clip, Calvin, because I wanted to see your reaction on the show. Like, because I like watched it 4 times, and I was like, dude, what the fuck?
I was gonna say, like, I didn't know the arenas thing because nobody plays arenas, but yeah, the solid tip, and yeah, Caustic and Wattson are definitely close range characters, and having a close range gun, like the EVA rapid fire, or shoots faster than the other shotguns is definitely a good tip to do.
Thanks, brother. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, JoelCupcake.
That's all I was gonna say.
If you have any tips that you'd like us to talk about on the show, feel free to hit us up on all the social media accounts. I'm gonna say this: if you're listening to this, shut the fuck up. I'm saying this over and over, okay? Until you guys do it. Check us out on all social. You
talk to me like that.
Check us out on all of our social media accounts at PEX Pals Podcast. Also, email us at pexpalspodcast@gmail.com. JoelCupcake, we gotta get some games in.
We gotta get some games in. Everybody, real quick. If you saw my shirt, shout out to Sean Mott.
Yeah,
Calvin and I mentioned our updated art. Sean Mott from Metalcore Nerds does all the art for the show. If you want to hear like dudes from like the punk metalcore scene talk about nerdy shit, that's the whole premise of his whole show. He does after shows. He does reviews. He talks about all sorts of shit. Great dude.
Yeah.
420 out of 100. Recommend him. Calvin and I got to get some games in. Look that up. Also, not to get weird and peel the curtain back again here. We just switched digital service providers for the show, the hosting platforms. I think the show is back live everywhere. If you have trouble finding this episode, if you had to go to a different platform than you normally use to find this episode, please reach out to either of us, but me specifically, and let me know what platform you couldn't find the new episode on.
Yeah.
Because that way I can correct it on our end. We don't really know how to do that. Like, I've learned a lot this week about how
we're mediocre podcasters.
Yeah. Like I've learned a lot this whole week about having a podcast and the wonders of it and the back end and all the technical business bullshit. So if you can't find it, please do that. Again, we did switch to a bigger one. We should have a wider range, wider reach, more exposure. Please like, subscribe. Do the reviews are the number one thing. If you want to help me and Cal, the reviews are the number one thing you can do to help with that. So, Calvin, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for joining me, JoelCupcake. I'm leaving the people with play Elden Ring. Bye, everybody.